So guys, the crypto markets are still trading sideways. Price action around Bitcoin and Ethereum is still looking choppy. Bitcoin dominance is still also trading sideways. USDT dominance is starting to shoot up. And a lot of crypto analysts, crypto investors are really anticipating when altcoin season is potentially going to be starting. Right now in the last few days, the Argentina president pretty much rugged a lot of people. We also have the FTX distributions happening tomorrow, which is going to be kind of a catalyst event. But I want to give you guys the actual real information around that. A lot of people are getting all hyped up, but we really need to be keeping up with the price action around Ethereum, Bitcoin, and really understand what's going on with USDT dominance and Bitcoin dominance to really determine where liquidity is shifting. I do not want to give you guys any FUD. I want to give you guys exactly the indicators and sentiment that you need to know and exactly how you need to be positioning yourself. But if you're new to my channel, go and check out the rest of my content. I'm an intermediate trader documenting my journey since the beginning of 2023, not like the rest of these crypto YouTubers or influencers. I'm actually keeping you guys updated with the day-to-day events, price action around specific indicators with Bitcoin and altcoins, my ventures, because I just started leverage trading and a few other different things, and just pretty much how you guys can navigate the space to make maximum gains. Right now, we have a few different events with the FTX distributions and Argentina president rugging a lot of people. We also have talks about the Bitcoin strategic reserve in Texas and a few other different events, but I want to give you guys exactly what you need to know with the price action around a few of these indicators and exactly what you need to know moving into March. Let's jump into it. So guys, the price action around Bitcoin and Ethereum is still chopping sideways, as you can see. Right now, Bitcoin dominance is also chopping sideways, sitting at around 60%. USDT dominance has been rallying up, which we have been keeping an eye on because this is actually causing a lot of liquidations in the market. The total 2 chart is showing how altcoins are pretty much responding to everything. We did see a little bit of a rip up last week closing out the week, but we are starting to return some of those gains. You can see in my crypto portfolio, some coins are up for the 7-day, others not so much, but this is where you need to be anticipating what coins are doing, the communities, the project updates, and everything else in between that. I'm really committed in the projects that I'm invested in, mainly around AI and a few meme coins. So at the end of the day, really look at your portfolio and determine what is good and what is not. But overall, right now, the latest news that has been coming out is the Argentinian president, Javier Milei, pretty much responds to his Libra tutorial when he pretty much scammed everyone by endorsing a project, a meme project. And he goes on to say that he didn't endorse it, he just shared it. But this is causing a whole bunch of fun in the markets. Jack Green really gives a great perspective around the FTX distributions because everyone's getting super hyped. Everyone's throwing out the $16 billion number and saying all of this money is about to start flooding into the markets. But I want to give you guys the more real, transparent, perspective around it. And Jack Green really talks about it. He says, tomorrow, February 18, 2025 at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is the first distribution of the FTX repayments. 1.2 billion will be distributed. 28.75% of that didn't do KYC. 33.33% are claim buyers who likely won't invest in crypto, and then leaving only $400 million, which are original holders. Don't believe all the fake info from big copy paste calls. He goes on to say the amount isn't crazy, and not all this 400 million will flow back into crypto. Many likely lost faith after FTX, the whole FTX scandal. But extra liquidity and buying power are always a net positive, especially since this doesn't seem priced in. No one's really talking about it. So at the end of the day, guys, we do have a lot of price action coming into play, but you got to keep in mind all the people that have been affected by this, the actual percentages of the people that didn't do KYC and claim buyers, and the rest of the crypto that is, or amount of distributions that's going to be laid out to the rest of these crypto buyers. But overall, guys, this is giving you a perspective as to what is going to be playing, how much liquidity is going to be moving, and at the end of the day, it is a net positive, but how much of that is going to be going into the markets, we will see tomorrow. Overall, though, talks about a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Texas Senate to hold a public hearing on February 18th, which is tomorrow by the time you're probably watching this video, to discuss the strategic Bitcoin reserve bill. So this is some more news that is bullish, obviously, for cryptocurrency, for Bitcoin in general. Moving into March, we've been anticipating a lot of big events, news events with the FOMC and a lot of other different, liquidity injections into the market. And, you know, a lot of people have been buying Bitcoin, not people, but also corporations and businesses, conglomerates and corporations and countries. So at the end of the day, guys, we're seeing a lot of price action around Bitcoin, which is super key, but I don't want to fill your brain with FUD information. Benjamin Cohen talks about his sentiment in the markets, and I think it's really key with someone that has been here through multiple cycles, how they feel based off of what's taking place with the price action around specific indicators around Bitcoin and altcoins and everything. And he goes on to say sentiment is absolutely sucks right now. He's trying to remember better times. He says, what is your favorite memory in crypto? He goes on to show this post, live look at people trying to FUD Bitcoin dominance for the last 3 years, and Bitcoin dominance just not caring, which is super true, which is why we're keeping up with these specific indicators to really let us know when liquidity is shifting over. LOL. And he goes on to talk about pretty much the Argentinian president, talking about how he didn't promote it, he just shared it. And overall, the whole point of why I'm sharing Benjamin Cohen's perspective is because he does not like how the crypto markets are being played, especially how previous cycles have been anticipated from crypto investors and, you know, exchanges and everything. He goes on to say guys who have been chilling memes for the last 3 years are now acting like they are the meme coin police. There's a reason I have been preaching Bitcoin dominance for the last 3 years. He goes on to say that so many people outraged that they're finding out many calls promoted meme coins received free allocations in some of the latest rug pulls, and that's pretty much what's been taking place, guys. He also goes on to say exchanges should stop listing and prioritizing meme coins. It's hypocritical to tell people to build while primarily just listing meme coins. The projects that try to build anything are often ignored or face huge listing fees, while the meme coins are often listed for free. So right now, guys, the sentiment in the markets around meme coins, around all these rug pulls that are taking place, it's not good for the markets. It's getting liquidity squeezed out of the market, and as a result, we need to keep up with these indicators to really determine when all of the liquidity, big liquidity from big investors, from big movers, from smart money is actually moving back into altcoins. And right now, guys, it is not happening, even though we're anticipating in the next few weeks. The last two charts I want to show you guys are super key from Benjamin Cohen and Justin Bennett, because these are the only things you really need to be keeping up with to really understand when liquidity is going to be moving into our altcoins. And it's pretty much the alt season that everybody wants. In order to get that, like so many people have been craving, you know, the ETH and Bitcoin chart needs to bottom out and we need to start trending higher, and that's just not the case right now. I shared this chart a few days ago, and if you're not new to the channel, you've been keeping up with this, and you're congratulations, guys. You're really going to be ahead of a lot of the people that aren't keeping up with the price action around these assets to really determine when liquidity is going to start pouring back in. And the key takeaway from this is that he says, you know, so many people assume that Bitcoin dominance going higher is a negative for crypto, when in reality it's a positive. Alt season occurs from high Bitcoin dominance levels, not low Bitcoin dominance levels. Normally Bitcoin dominance does go down in post-halving years, so his assumption is that dominance does go down by the end of the year, which I've been talking about 2 huge rip-ups. If you're not new to the channel, you're aware. If you're new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, because I'm telling you guys all my predictions based off of previous cycles and everything like that. A lot of people make him out to be the bad guy for talking about the devaluation of alt and Bitcoin pairs for the last 3 years, when he was just trying to showcase the advantages of being Bitcoin heavy rather than altcoin heavy. And right now, guys, he's really talking about how the ETH and Bitcoin chart, you know, is going much lower than he anticipated, but at the end of the day, this is kind of the price action that we see before everything starts to rip up. And at all of it, guys, keeping up with the price action around Ethereum and Bitcoin is super key, just because a lot of our assets, guys, are on the Ethereum chain, and whenever we start to see Ethereum start to rally up, Bitcoin as well, we start to see our altcoin bags start to get the liquidity that they need, and we need these assets to make a strong recovery before we have alt season occur. And guys, this moves into Justin Bennett's to post about USDT dominance in the stock markets and how everything has been going. He says, here's the challenge for Bitcoin bulls. Tether dominance has held above its previous range highs since February 5th, which you can see with the red arrow, and is now testing this area as new support. If USDT dominance drops back within the range of the HTFs, then we have a bullish crypto market. If it can't, expect sideways to lower Bitcoin and Ethereum. So we're keeping up with the price action around USDT dominance, and it's starting to wake up, and this is not looking too good for Bitcoin or Ethereum or the ETH and Bitcoin chart like Benjamin Cohen was showing. And at the end of the day, keeping up with these indicators and the price action around these assets is going to be super key in order to let us know where liquidity is shifting. But swiping everything to the side, guys, that is currently what is taking place in the crypto markets. Everything is currently trading sideways. We have some huge events taking place with the Argentina president rugging everyone. We have talks about a strategic Bitcoin reserve in Texas. We also have the FTX distributions coming out and a whole bunch of other events, but I don't want to fill your brain with FUD. You need to keep up with the price indicators and price action around Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT dominance, Bitcoin dominance, and also altcoins. This is really going to let you know, guys, where liquidity is moving, where liquidity is shifting, and if we're going to be sitting, trading sideways for the next week or so, next 2-3 weeks. At the end of the day, price action is, anticipated in March for altcoins, and we have some huge events happening in March as well, which I plan to cover everything. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and check out the rest of my content. I'm an intermediate trader documenting my journey, showing you guys my wins, my losses, keeping you guys updated on the day-to-day events, price action around these specific assets and indicators to really understand how to navigate the space and understand where liquidity is shifting. If you don't keep up with these indicators, you don't keep up with specific crypto analysts and how they perceive the markets and exactly what the numbers are telling you, then you're gonna fill your brain with all the FUD. You're gonna not anticipate the alt season. You're never gonna know what is happening, and as a result, you're gonna get sidelined once everything does occur. But I plan to keep you guys updated with everything that goes on in the crypto markets, the day-to-day events and price action around these assets, and also new ventures like leverage trading and everything else in between. But right now is a key time, if you have an altcoin portfolio, to make sure you're keeping up with these indicators to understand when liquidity is going to be shifting. I plan to share all of it on this YouTube channel, when I plan to sell, when I'm buying, which has been the last few weeks, and everything else that's going to be happening for the rest of this 2025 crypto bull run. But if you're new to the channel, drop me a comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of my content. Let me know what you guys think of my perspective on the markets, these indicators, price action around specific assets. Let me know what altcoins you're holding, what altcoins I need to be holding, and at the end of the day, what I need to know. Any questions, suggestions, drop them down below, and stay tuned for more content, guys. At the end of the day, we're all navigating the space, learning more, and we got to show up every day in order to beat everybody else out. And that's what we're doing. We're going to keep doing it. Stay tuned. Drop day-to-day content, so hopefully I catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.